Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be showing you guys how to do how I style my hair. This is what it looks like when it is natural. It gets really frizzy. I did blow dry it a little bit with my Dyson blow dryer. And I have the temperatures all the way up and I have the heat all the way up, so it helps smooth it out just a little bit. And I am going to be using this Fabulous flat iron. And then we could go ahead and get started. First things first, I am going to be putting this in my hair. And what this is, it's from Redken. It's called One United. It's 25 benefits. And then the next thing I am going to be using is this Moroccan hair oil. And I'm just going to be putting just a little. Okay, so I always like to have a rubber band just because that's what holds my hair better. And then I'm going to go ahead and section off my hair. First, I'm going to brush it though, just because to take out all the knots. So I like to get the flat iron. I just like to start right here. Depending on how frizzy your hair is, you might need to go all the way up to your root. Or if your hair is not frizzy at all, you might be able to even skip this step to eliminate all that frizz. So the next thing I'm going to do is section this in two. And I am just going to spin it. And see, there is the curl. I'm going to spin it. And sometimes it doesn't do it if you're not holding the flat iron tight enough. And then I like to go back to the ends and just flat iron that a little bit. I like to try to make sure that the curls aren't in the exact same spot, just because they do wind up like that and you'll end up having to pull them apart. Okay. And I just like to use the comb just to clip up my hair. And I just comb it and stick it back in. Since my hair has a lot of texture to it, it stays a lot better than if your hair was very fine. And then this one, I'm not really going to do it the same as the last one. I like to do them just a little bit different. So this curl will kind of give you like that Farrah Fawcett look. I'm going to curl this one towards my face. And then the ones that are all by my face, I always curl it back. Depending on how hard you pull when you're turning the flat iron, like if you put a lot of pressure and you're pulling very tight, the curl will be tighter. So you want to make sure sometimes, like that one I did a lot tighter just because it wasn't staying. But you see, like when I do that, it also adds more shine. And I'm going to go underneath on this one. And you'll kind of like to use products in there that'll make your hair easy to go through with the flat iron, just because sometimes, like, if you put a hairspray, which I don't like doing and I won't recommend doing, putting a hairspray and then flat ironing your hair, just because the flat iron won't glide through your hair. I like the straight pieces. Sometimes if I feel like it's too bouncy, I'll go through it one more time. If your hair is fine, I wouldn't recommend doing that either, just because the curls will end up not lasting you as long. But my hair is thick and it has a lot of texture, so that's why I'm able to kind of get away with that. It's funny because I feel like by my ears, my hair is like a completely different texture than the rest of my hair. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and curl the rest of my hair, and I will show you guys what the finished product looks like. And I'm just going to curl it. I'm going to show you guys what other products that I do use in it, so stay tuned. Alright, went ahead and finished the rest of my hair, and I had wanted to show you guys what it looked like. I did alternate some of the curls. It was like only a few, just to keep it from winding up together. And I have this other spray. It's called Puff Me. And you see it's just like a powder. And it's just kind of just like a pump that pushes some of it out. And it gives your hair a grit, so then your hair doesn't lay so flat. Another thing that I like to do, and I like to take just this section in the front. I'm going to separate it into 3. This is the left, middle, and right. So I'm going to get the right, and then cross the left, and then get the middle. And then I'm going to grab some more for the middle. I'm going to take the left, and then grab some more hair, and then grab this one, grab some more hair, and then this is for an outward braid, it's called a Dutch braid. Now I kind of just like part it as I go. Sometimes like I like to have a super clean part, but for the sake of the video, I'm not going to do that. Okay, and then now that I'm finally to the end, I usually stop right here where my cowlick is. And then I'll make sure I kind of get it into a tight ponytail. And I'll kind of make sure that it has that volume right there. And then I'll even go back and fluff up the braid. And that's when that spray, it does come in handy just because it does make it look a lot fuller. And then I also like to get my hair and then tease it up little by little. And I like it when, if some pieces they look too straight, then I'll end up teasing it a little bit more. But I'll get it and I will kind of twirl and like put it around. And then I'll open a little piece of my rubber band, and then I will put it into the end of that hair into there. So it'll look kind of like this. It looks a little bit crazy, but I'll kind of just like play with it This part I don't want to show. So what I usually, this is like the end piece that we tucked. And so what I usually do is get the hair and push it over that. And I like to get these things that these are called hairpins. And I like to get the end of them and stick them into the ponytail. And you see that's a little bit still big for me, so I'm just going to go back and tuck some more and put more hairpins. And making sure, so when these stay, I like to tuck them in between the rubber bands, like how they're wrapped around. So if this is the rubber band, like the ends of it will go tucked in like that. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. You guys can use bobby pins for me. This is just easier for me. And then I kind of just have it like that. And so you'll be able to see the little braid. I usually like to do the braid a little bit tighter, but like this for the video will do. And then I also like to put more teas in my hair. So I like to get some of this once again, and I will put more of it. And we'll tease it just a tiny bit. Then this side, I feel like it looks a little bit dry, so I'm just going to go ahead and get more Moroccan oil. And then I am going to go ahead and put a little bit in my hair. See, I only just got a little bit. And I'm just going to put that in the front of my hair just because I feel like it is kind of looking a little bit dry. With this, usually I like to do this hairstyle more kind of like on the last day of my hair, where like I know I'm gonna wash it the next day. I like to do this, and I'll get pomade and I'll like slick the pieces so it ends up being a tighter braid, like way tighter. And this part will be a little bit smaller, and this will be like emphasized a little bit. And it ends up like coming out a lot shinier without having to use a ton of product. So it's better to kind of do the braid when your hair is a little bit oily. Alright, if you guys liked today's video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as usual, I'll be back with more videos. Bye!